Hello, welcome to another project update. So, the past week or so, I've been continuing work on the uh, mini-map system of this particular level, and also just the mini-map system uh, in general. All right, so two things I kind of want to focus on. I am still not finished applying the mini-maps to this level. However, I have finished creating the actual mini-map textures. They're just not set up yet. That is yet to be done. But I would say the reason behind why that's not done is because I decided to revisit, I guess, how the mini-map system works. So beforehand, the system was, how should I put this? Okay, there was a graphical user interface aspect of it where it shows the map on the screen. Then there was a system where if you touch an area, it would basically send a message to the minimap GUI user or heads up displays. The minimap heads up display, and it would tell you to listen to this camera that's pointed down at the scene, and it was only yeah. So basically, you enter an area, and it triggers that, and then that's how the minimap system works. And it was definitely flawed. So the problem was that one of the problems that I noticed was if there's multiple minimap systems, if there's just one minimap area in one level, it works fine. But the moment you have multiple, I would run into issues where so when you walk through this door, it's fine because you're guaranteed to exit this area and enter this area, and it would just seamlessly transition. But what happens when you have a room that has multiple floors and each floor has its own separate version of the map? Well, those count as separate. Those according to the minimap system, those are separate rooms, even though they're technically. I mean, from the player's perspective, it's all the same room. But from the minimap system's perspective, it's three rooms stacked on top of each other like this. So the problem what arose when you partially entered one and then entered back into the previous one, it would update. It would switch the minimap system to the new one, but it wouldn't. How would I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but basically, it would turn this one on, and then as soon as this one turns on, it disables the previous one because they don't talk. They don't talk to each other. But if you change your mind to go back down these stairs, it turns that system off, but it doesn't turn this one back on. So you end up with like a blank minimap. I haven't fully tested it, but now I have a minimap system here. It has no parameters. It's purely just a host for these minimap areas, which are different rooms. Um, so now it'll tell the system, let's move over to this room, and it'll take care of it. There's a bunch of other cool stuff that I added. So I'm just gonna start playing the game, kind of show you, I guess, what's up. Oh yeah, I temporarily disabled the transparent background of the viewport system so that I could see where exactly the minimap is. This was useful in debugging at some point. Yeah, see now it transitions. It does it in like a way that's kind of smooth. Actually, this is probably not the best example of that. Let's try it. The problem is that I'm not loaded into a save file when I click on this. All right, so now I'm actually launching the game, and I'm going to load into the level properly. There we go. Now, I haven't fully tested this, so I'm not actually sure if it's going to work the way I want it to. We're going to find out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think I mentioned this, but there's like a virtual. All right, so now there's actually only one camera. Well, actually no, there's like a bunch of cameras, but only one of them is ever active. The other ones are basically just virtual ones. And the virtual camera is till the camera where to transition to. All right, it seems to work. Okay, all right. Oh, uh-oh, you got a bug. Well, not really a bug, it's just this room isn't set up properly. That's the problem. Yeah, it's not really supposed to rotate like that. It's kind of just a side effect of me not placing the cameras correctly. But yeah, so I have finished this room here, this room, and this room. And this is all technically part of this room. Well, I mean, technically they're not, but according to the minimap system, there's 3 rooms here. There's one up here, there's one here, and one here. And yeah, I still have to do this area here. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna talk about this, but I think I briefly mentioned it earlier. So the virtual cameras, how should I explain this? I'll just show you the code. Okay. Okay, so we have a transitioning phase where if it is transitioning, it all right, so we have minimap system, which has no parameters. We have a viewport, which listens to this camera. This is the only minimap camera that's actually like active, that's being rendered. Oops, wrong thing. Minimap camera. Right, so when it's transitioning, it takes the current virtual camera and the previous one, and it smoothly interpolates from the previous one to the current one. And when you set it to the virtual minimap camera, if the new camera is null, it actually like sets it to blank, so it's like invisible, which is ideal for certain areas. And if the new camera isn't null, and it isn't the one that's already active, yeah, it'll set is transitioning true, and it'll like cycle through the cameras and the virtual cameras. And I forget why I have this. Oh yeah, it's just in case yeah. So this talks to the graphical the GUI part. I should call it HUD, not GUI. Yeah, it talks to like the part of the part of the minimap that shows up on the screen, and updates the viewport texture. And this just sets the little triangle that represents the player's entry point. And yeah, that's probably it for today's video. Hope that wasn't too boring, but yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hopefully I will finish. I'm hoping on at the very least finishing the minimap stuff for this level, and then moving on to the next one. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.